Hello, we are with the Nicki Pedersen on 3P Logistic Company. Nicki, we are at the meeting with your sponsor, your talk show and book promotion are in the works today. What can you say about this event in Gdańsk?
Well, we have been discussing this for several months now. Pau really wants to be professional in company wise, and we're having a good mixture together with the sport. Me in the sport and also in the company world. We cooperate very good together. We have the same ideas sometimes, and we're also probably the same crazy guys sometimes. If we put us for a target, we want to make the target. So we have good friendship, and he wanted to put this up for his colleagues and the employees and some fans and stuff like that. So we make the show and gonna have a great evening, and the surroundings around everything is gonna be in a good chill atmosphere with a lot of good questions from the audience end of the show.
Yeah, I hear that 100 people will be today. You have very special relation with the path Christensen, but we move to the sport. Another year in your career is behind you. How would you sum it up?
Well, I would say that 2025 was a strange year for me in the Polish league.
Okay.
Coming back to Ekstraliga was actually quite of nice. I started up very well. I started up a new team as well. I had two new mechanics. It took some time before we got it sorted out. But in general, I'm not satisfied with how things was. The atmosphere, the press around us. We had lots of pressure from day one from the Rybnik uh, regarding teams was not have been able to work together and help each other and atmospheres and stuff. So it just, I think we all knew we were never going to be best friends, but we could have been colleagues. But I think a lot of the things happened towards the fans wanted us to work out very well and do well for the Rybnik team. But the press they was putting too much pressure on the Rybnik club itself, and they never really managed to sort it out, between the riders and stuff like that, and just to have a chill, normal atmosphere. I'm not gonna have a blame on the club, but it could have been done in a much better professional way than they did.
Okay, you scored average like 1.6. I think that you probably, of course, hoping for much more. Do you can you say now that comeback to Ekstraliga was mistake or?
Well, we definitely I was not prepared for that with the kind of it's Extra is Extra League. You need to be well prepared with the teams, mechanics, and everything, and things happen in sport. You get employees, new people, you sack people, you get people. Somebody wants new challenges. My mechanics, they went to Anders Thompson. He was in the Grand Prix, which was
Mhm.
cool. We still good friends. It happens as it did, but you need to be more prepared for Extra League and know what to do with the things. And again, I'm not complaining the team, but we was not we was not supposed to be in that Extra League with the circumstances and the team was we was. But it's easy to say, it's things happens. And again, as I said, you need to enjoy and have fun in the sport also. And I didn't have much fun in Poland this year.
Oh, okay. In your opinion, was it mistake that club contract more riders than places in the team?
Yeah, again, I think everybody's headache. It's we
Mhm.
get headaches of what had really happened this year with the Ripnik thing, and I want them to continue on and move on in life. But yeah, nobody was told that there was going to have an extra rider in the team, and I think when we heard that, when there's one rider too much on the squad, it's never gonna get it working and make out for any of the riders or the club itself in general. You see, it's just with the the coach. It was a stressful year for him too. To pick the riders.
Okay. Would you decide to transfer to Rybnik again after this year or?
It's already easy to say that no, I would not come back. But the way they were treating everything this year didn't really work out very well for any of us.
Okay.
That's quite simple.
Okay, in Poland we have very much opinions about Krzysztof Mrozek, the president of the club, good and bad ones. What can you say about Krzysztof Mrozek after a year working together?
Well, I worked with him before, and I have the respect for him because he's a character. He usually does what he says. But there were so many mistakes this year, not working out very well with the way it was working. But again, it's easy to blame the president. I'm not going to blame. I just want to thank the year we had together. Didn't work out the way they was putting the squad together, and simple as that.
Okay, maybe there are some questions not only on 2025. You have many years of career behind you. Which Polish club did you race is best for you?
Well, I've had many clubs. I cannot just pick one. I mean, Lesnar, I went 2 times with them. That was good. In Siesov also, I was happy. Falopa, Silnagora, Gorsov. There's so many clubs. Even here in Gdansk, I've had. Every year I come to as an away rider to any of the teams I've been ridden for. I never had a boo. They always had the respect what I did for the club because 9 out of 10 times I did the job for them. Over so many years. So it would be hard for me to just pick one club because I had a fantastic career in the Polish Speedway.
Okay, I must ask you about your rivals. Who did you dislike racing against the most?
Well, I'm not going to mention anything here right now. I think it's a stupid question. I mean, we all know who like each other, who don't like each other. There's so many races and incidents on the races, so I'm not even gonna get involved in things like that anymore. I growed up and I'm getting older for this kind of stupid questions.
Okay. You followed of course, the rivalization Kardzmarzlik this season. Do you think that Brady can fight for gold in the coming seasons, like 2025, or it will be only 1 year?
Well, I hope in general for the sport that Brady Kurtz will fight for Smarslik for the championship, and I hope there's gonna come more riders. We have a few more riders coming back to the Grand Prix again now. So hopefully it's going to get more interesting. So it's not only just Bartosz Maslik and Brady Kurtz, but we all know that Bartosz Maslik is fantastic rider and he's a lovely person also in a private way. But he's definitely one of the best riders you've seen for decades. So I respect him very well. But let's see if Brady Kurtz is going to rethink what he did in 25 and make something special up in the winter break, and let's see what he's going to come up with next year. That's always interesting for the fans and sponsors and the press. So let's bring on 26, and we even got Ty Wolf in the back again as after the big injuries he had. So Grand Prix in 26 is going to be interesting to watch.
Okay, what can you say about the Danish Speedway? Who can be the next Danish champion?
Well, we have next year Michael Jepsen Jensen and Leon Madsen. They're back in the Grand Prix. They're both those guys. They're working hard here in the winter to get prepared for the Grand Prix season. They of course hungry as well. They also know that Grand Prix is a tough system, but they're up for the target. To fight for the top 3 spots in 26.
Okay, last question must be about your future. Are the talks with Krakow true that we hear in the media last times, and will we see you in the Polish league next year?
Honestly, right now, since June, I have not been happy. I need to be a happy rider to be riding on the speedway bike, but there's been so many things going on in the Polish speedway in this season, and that didn't help. That didn't help at all. I had enough to get the blame all the time, so that I lost kind of the interest a little bit for the racing with that. But but that's also why I don't really want to retire because I know I'm better than what I was this year. But again, yes, I have been talking a couple of times with the Krakow. They also sent me an offer. I never replied on anything. We never been negotiating with the money or anything. But they seems very nice guys, to speak to. Very good speaking in English, and they've been. So we have been speaking for sure, but we never really. I also told them that whether or not I'm going to ride at 26, I needed to make my mind up, but I haven't made the decision yet. So it's hard to say anything right now.
Okay, thank you very much, Nicki,
Thank you.
for your time.
Thank you.